Three islands with the mainland carries an average of 10,000 passengers a year, a lifeline for the islanders themselves and a major boost to the West tourist industry. But while some can afford to fly, the majority of visitors to the islands still arrive on a variety of ferry boats. There are small high-speed boats which make the 10-mile journey from Rossaville, the nearest point on the mainland. And there's the CIE-operated Niavena, the real workhorse of the sea routes, which operates out of Galway, 27 miles away. Between them they carry up to 50,000 passengers a year and thousands of tons of cargo. But now the islanders want what they regard as the antiquated Galway-Kilronan service scrapped and a new high-speed service provided from nearby Rossaville. And yesterday afternoon, somewhat ironically perhaps, representatives of the other islands flew into Inishmore for a meeting to press home their case. Their main complaint is that CIE is now dragging its heels in the provision of a new £4.5 million service to which the government has given the green light. More difficulties, more delays. How serious are the latest setbacks that you're encountering?
Well, we've presented our report, we've hired consultants, and we've prepared a very detailed report for the Minister of Communications, and we've told him how the service could be updated. All along, since last year we presented the report to the Minister, CIE have been throwing difficulties in the way. We've said that this is the least expensive way to provide the service out of Rossaville, and they've opposed it all along the way, and we don't understand why. They've met us, and they haven't been prepared to take any of our proposals on board. We've had consultants over from Scotland who prepared a report for us and shown how the service could be run and how effective and how expensive it would be compared with the existing service. And it all points towards this is the way to do it, but CIE seem to be opposing it. We don't know why.
A detailed plan for the new service has been drawn up by a firm of Glasgow-based consultants. This is the kind of vessel they would see providing a faster and more efficient service than the Niavena. It's a 200-foot landing craft type boat capable of carrying 200 passengers and up to 15 cars and 4 or 5 large trucks. And most importantly, it would cut travelling time to Inishmore in half. Onshore installations would have to be built at Rossaville and Kilronan, and the two other islands, Inishmaan and Inisheer, would be served by a smaller boat capable of carrying 50 people and 2 or 3 cars.
Inisheer, the smallest of the three islands, we have now going at the moment a fish farm project, which we hope will have approved within the next 5 or 6 months, and it's going to transform the whole economy of the island if it comes through. Now, work has been done, a great lot of work has been done in that. Now, with the roll-on, roll-off service is going to be essential for the success, because it's going to mean a twice daily service to the mainland with products and with exports. And if we cannot have a roll-on, roll-off, like the whole prospect of this part of an indigenous industry is going to be into serious trouble. And we were delighted when the whole 100% of the whole island people in Inisheer are behind this project. And we certainly are very disappointed with the delay that's been now shown with CIE in coming up with this. I thought a year ago when I came to Inisheer that we just had to turn the corner and this service was going to be provided. But it now seems, because of the lack of interest or otherwise of CIE, that it has been put in jeopardy again. And certainly the people of Inisheer are not going to stand for it, and they're going to be out fighting for it immediately.
And as they sat down to their meeting, representatives of the 3 island communities were told they still face further delays before CIE will move on the provision of such a service. They accept that the switchover would cost a considerable amount of money, at least £4.5 million, and that it could lose up to £500,000 in operational costs during its first 2 years. But they insist that it will start to make a profit by year 3, and they claim that every extra year that slips by without such a service being provided will only escalate costs still further. You're talking about an investment of £4.5 million. That's a fairly substantial investment.
By today's money standards, and I suppose it would be, but this thing is dragging on for years. The CIE commissioned a report by BNI in 1978, that's 8 years ago. And at that time, this thing wouldn't cost only about £1 million, or less than £1 million. If they keep it going much longer, the cost will be increasing all the time. So the blame for the increased cost was straight from CIE.